Hi, it's Ascension Girl, and it's September 28th, 2016, and it's almost midnight. I'm so tired, but I really wanted to just come here and drop a little wisdom before I went to bed. Um, this morning, I was laying in bed right here, and I heard a car accident. And for whatever reason, I just felt like I needed to go check on the situation. So I threw on clothes, ran downstairs, and there was a car accident right outside of my house. I walked up, and I was one of the first people to walk up to the cars. People were gathering around, but nobody was doing anything or even walking up close to the people that were in the car. Um, there was two cars that collided, and one of the cars, the people in the car, they got out and they were talking to other people, asking questions and whatever. But then the other car, there was a lady in there and she was stuck in there and no one was attending to her. So I go over, the lady is like staring straight, the airbags had gone off. She was just staring straight, closing her eyes, opening her eyes slowly, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like she's obviously alive, but I didn't know anything. So I tried to open the door, it was locked. I tried to open the driver back door, it was locked. I went around, opened the back passenger door, locked. Passenger door was also locked. Okay, what do we do? So I went over, I tapped on the window. Everybody else is like crowding around watching, and I'm the only one doing something. It was odd. So I tap on the window, and I'm like, can you open the door, unlock it? And she's just so dazed. Oh my gosh, she was so out of it. Long story short, she ends up unlocking the door. Apparently, somehow the door got unlocked. I didn't see her move or anything. It unlocked. I opened the door, and she was like, I was scared. I This was my thought. Maybe I'm just being dramatic, but I literally thought, so she was sitting there, right? Sitting there staring, closing her eyes slowly, opening her eyes slowly. I'm talking to her, ma'am, what's your name? How do you feel? Are you okay? Does anything hurt? Just looking straight, closing, opening, closing. So I'm like, oh my god, she looks fine, but are her insides jumbled up? Is she dying or something? Is that really dramatic? I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. But I'm going to tell you this. So I'm thinking these things. I don't know what's going on, but I'm super calm. I was really nervous too, but I was super calm. And I was like rubbing on her leg softly, very slow and soft, saying, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Mama, how do you feel? What's your name? I don't want her to move, so I'm just like slow and calm. Someone comes over and they're like, we gotta get her out, we gotta get her out. I'm like, no. And that person was frantic. Anyway, she ends up being okay. When she came to, she was freaking out, trying to get out. Airbags were like all, it was a mess. I'm telling you this for two reasons, okay? One, if someone ever needs help in your presence, help them. And I know that may sound like common sense, but I've found in my 32 years that common sense is not always that common. So I want to reiterate, if someone's in your presence and they need help, help them. Like, there's a pass. You get a pass. Here's a permission slip to go do that. Here's a request. Be conscious of it. Be aware in every moment. If someone needs help, Step up and help them. You be the one. Don't wait for anyone to do anything. You be the one to take action. If you can provide comfort for someone, or if you can create a supportive environment for someone in any given moment, do that. Okay? No one should have to tell you. You instinctually, like right now, turn that switch on so that in a moment when you need to step up to the plate, you are alerted. You feel, you physically think, you feel like, okay, this is a moment that I need to move. For a lot of humanity, that's been turned off. Turn that on right now. Okay? Turn it on. It's on now. You're on. Thank goodness. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing. I think I'm going to come back and make a separate video for this. Second thing. Ascension is like stopping at a stop sign. Okay, I'm going to come back and make that video. Alright. So luckily, oh, and I'll show you my, okay, I'm going to show you my Snapchat video. And I generally wouldn't have Snapchatted this or like even videoed it, but I really genuinely feel like a big part of my existence is to share my life. Like the moments of it, the intimate moments of it, how I felt, what the pictures, like what the situations were. So I Snapchatted this kind of the situation. So I'll show you. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you right now. I just heard an accident outside of my house. I'm off to see what's going on. This lady is stuck in her car. She can't get out. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. This little old lady could not get out of her car. She was so shocked. This lady was like staring off into space. She didn't know what to do. I was just comforting her and telling her it's going to be okay. And I was wearing my goddess shirt. I designed that. And I was a super goddess in that moment. This says, your strength is your power or something. Your knowledge is your strength. That was at work. I'll just show you my Snapchat story for today. I had the coolest shoes on today. I made pita. I was at an Alzheimer's support group tonight. That support group was incredible. When it was my... Oh, love that! When it was my turn to talk, of course I started to cry. There's gonna be a spot for me right in front of my house. There's gonna be a spot for me right in front of my house. I'm pulling in the spot for me right in front of my house. It worked! I got a spot! And there is never any parking on this side of my street.
Sometimes you get lucky.
I got lucky today.
All you have to do is
Parking
say
fairy.
parking fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The seaweed salad is amazing. We're just getting started. Hey, Mom. This is my favorite avocado rolls and vegetable tempura. This is really a lot of food, though. She's so my mom.
Are you videoing this? Okay.
Don't ever forget, your strength is your own knowledge. My little tea bag from earlier, preaching. So, yes, my little tea bag was preaching. Your own strength is your knowledge. And the tea bag and my goddess t-shirt, those two things kind of went hand in hand, illustrating kind of the situation with the car accident this morning. I am now aware. My strength is my knowledge in that I know that I'm a goddess. Purely divine soul. I'm aware of that. And now that I'm aware of that, I act on it. When you don't know something, you can't act on it. It's impossible to explore and develop a relationship with something that you're unaware of. So, I'm aware that I'm a goddess. I designed that t-shirt. I had no clothes on when I was sleeping. Got up, grabbed the first shirt, first sweater, first pair of shoes, first pants, grabbed them, put them on, and walked out of the house. And you saw my day. Minnie, what's happening back here, though? Hi, what are you doing? Yeah, so your strength is your knowledge. She's getting busy back there. What's happening? So I'll say this. As I was helping the lady, I was touching her when she ended up getting out, and everybody was like, oh my God, thanking me for being there and being such a soft, gentle presence in such a chaotic moment. I was holding the lady's back, and just the whole time I was near her, I was touching her at all, speaking to her, looking at her. I was giving positive energy. I was bringing God's energy into my body, sending it out to her through my eyes, sending it to her through my heart, sending it to her through my hands. I was imagining God's light coming into my body, and I was sending it through her body, her leg, her shoulder, her arm, her back. I was imagining the energy, pure, healing, positive, uplifting, high vibrational energy, leaving my hands and going straight into her body, into the situation. And when I was sending it into her body, I was imagining it going in, and anything that was bruised, I didn't think anything was broken, but anything that was not in full alignment with her highest and healthiest self, I was sending that energy to restore her. Every organ, every soft tissue, every muscle, every bone, every ounce of blood in her body, I was restoring it, healing it, raising her vibration, upgrading her. So, because I am aware of my strength, aware of who I am, I'm using it as a strength, and I'm able to not only acknowledge but engage with, but build really strong relationships with the fact that I'm this LA girl, but I'm also a goddess. Pure-hearted goddess. God lives within me. I am a piece of God, and I'm acting upon that in every moment of my life. That's the goal, to act upon that in every moment of my life. Over the years since my spiritual awakening, I have been acting on that more and more in more moments in my life. Not every single moment. But that's just a little wisdom for your life. I can go to bed now. Oh shoot, I'm going to come back and make one more video. Ascension is like stopping at a stop sign. And then I'm going to go to bed. Alright, thank you for listening to me, and just remember, if someone needs help in your presence, what are you going to do? That's right, you're going to help them. And you're going to feel like you need to help them in that moment. Good night, my sweet.